Before we get into this video and its lovely contents that have already happened, I Heart the Steve New Edition t-shirts are officially available at teespring.com/turbosteve. I will put it in the corner, this corner. I can never remember.
That one.
This corner. All right, we're back at Ross's house. It's windy outside, so I'm gonna have to actually do the vlog thing and stop looking away from the camera because the mic is on top of it. So, hey, what's going on? I'm looking at the camera, the mic's on top of it. As you can see, we've got some rust. We got Seattled pretty hard while we were in Vegas. Ross, you're gonna have to describe the problem we're having so I don't have to keep doing this because it's really weird.
One of the problems that we are having concerning this turbo is the hot side does not want to separate from the middle piece, and I got all these bolts undid and I still can't pull it apart, so we're gonna try and mount it and then try and break this seal with a pry bar. So we'll see what happens. I'm trying to find some bolts right now to do such thing.
The backup plan is to like rope each backup plan is to like rope each section of the turbo to hitches and yank on it gently, pull it apart. The hot side's wheel is ceramic because it's off a Skyline, so if that hits the ground hard enough we might just need a new turbo.
This is the Volvo dealership, right? I want this one.
That's too bad. That one's mine.
I want that one.
Which one is he pointing at?
The blue 740.
Okay, $1,500.
$2. I'll give you about $350 for this one.
$350.
Oh. Wow, there's a number on that. It must be a race car.
Yep.
Oh god, what did it run?
12.8, 108.
Yeah, Ross just, I saw you drive by, he's like, still gonna lose. I was like, Ross, it ran like 12s. He's like, oh. You guys remember Schleb last time she was in the video, she was pregnant? Sure. She isn't anymore.
Never again.
One and done.
God damn it, dude.
Dude, it's so rigid stupid. Now. Give her a shake, dude.
Can I climb on it?
How's the G30? How's the G35 like?
It's great. It's such a sleeper. I love it.
Kind of.
Oh.
I mean, like,
for a mom car, it's a sleeper.
Because it's a family sedan, and if you don't know what it is, then yeah, it's a sleeper. I mean, it only makes 280, but yeah.
Well,
I think that's more than enough to get him places on time.
Yeah. It ain't a lady if it ain't 280.
It is almost a fair lady.
Well, okay, watch your mouth. Why don't you go vape, Subaru owner? Those are from my Datsun you don't know about yet.
What?
I keep zooming in on your face and zooming back out.
Don't look at my teeth.
Alright.
Oh. Boosted. Done.
Did you have fun in Vegas?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was a blastaroni with cheese.
This is where
you're good.
that helped. Hey, it did something. That didn't actually work. Maybe.
Oh my god, that's sketchy. How'd that go, Ross?
It didn't work.
It sure didn't.
I mean, it would have if we had some better rope.
No.
Fine.
Maybe. Oh, maybe.
It would have just broken something. Well, we're gonna go get a dab torch, heat the bitch up, and start plowing, banging. We'll just go home Depot. The depot.
Yep.
All right, is Ross gonna be the master and be right? Oh yeah, we could get some welding wire. So I'm predicting that the dab torches are going to be
Right here.
Damn it. I was gonna say with the brazing equipment. Well, Ross is right again. Guess I owe him head. Yeah. Alright, I guess technically we're both right because here's some brazing stuff. Do you approve?
Sure. Yeah.
Sick.
Look at my dad.
So M10 by 1.5 is definitely the correct one. Ross is now cranking a 3/8 16 in there, and if that comes out and we can still put a nut on the other side, then we'll just do that to all of them.
Does this have to? This doesn't have to be buttered up to it, does it?
Why not? Oh, I see. Why not? Yeah, maybe we should just not and then get M10 by 1.5 set or threaded all the way down. So, oh well, I guess we'll get M10 by 1.5. Too bad you wasted all that money on those.
Yeah, I know.
All $3.
Damn her up.
Oh, it's out. It came loose when we weren't ready to catch it, but luckily my shin broke its fall. All right, so it's my dad's birthday, so I gotta take off to go to his birthday dinner. I may or may not come back later tonight, but Ross is going to go to Home Depot, get new bolts, and then get the turbo mounted up and clocked properly. And then we were talking about the options for oil to the turbo. Like you guys know, we bought that scavenge pump to try and run like its own little oil circuit, but I don't know about that. That scavenge pump seems sketchy, and I was looking into it. In the journal bearing turbos, you don't need a restrictor,
Right.
which is good.
That's why Volvos don't have any restrictors or any small ports.
Yeah,
They just send it.
so that's nice news to have, and because of that, I think what we're gonna do is run a sandwich plate and just get like a build your own 4AN line thing and run a feed line from the oil filter to the turbo, and then use the scavenge pump to get the oil back to the engine, whether we dump it in the fill cap or the dipstick tube or whatever we end up deciding to do. But yeah, so I think we're going to use engine's oil directly to feed the turbo as you usually would, instead of doing a weird standalone system.
Just because what we were thinking, not that it matters, but we were thinking that because, you know, as engines rev more, the faster the turbo spools or turns, not necessarily spooling in this case, and so the oil pressure goes up or maintains as the engine is revving out. So with a scavenge pump, it'll just be a set pressure, which could be like 2 psi and nothing, and it may not, we could burn the turbo out just trying to drive it down the street.
And if you can't afford the shirt and you want to help us out, you can no longer get I Heart the Steve slaps. You missed your opportunity, but you can contribute via GoFundMe.com/TurboSteve. I mean, the oil sandwich plate, again, things like $30, and we're gonna have to buy this $60 4AN kit. And I have to reiterate that people are just like, oh, get a job if you want to get this done. Like, we both have jobs.
I guess I don't work, guys.
We both have jobs, first of all, but we would much rather spend our money on any number of these things
Volvos
over the Steve. And we know you guys love the Steve, so that's why we're willing to work on it. But if you guys want to help us offset the cost so we can maintain some fundage for our other projects, got to start building the Rabbits engine soon. Got to take the engine out of my Volvo, replace the clutch, and do all this stuff. Got to do the clutch on the Miata, which we're starting in a couple days. Hopefully it won't take us more than a couple days.
You mean a trans swap?
Yeah, well,
And clutch.
trans has to come off anyway.
Yeah, well, not necessarily.
What?
You don't have to drop it out of the car. You could just undo the drive shaft, unbolt it, and just a little bit so you can get tools in there.
But drive shaft, well, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, it's doable.
That's
You don't have to
stupid,
like drop the whole thing. Yes, it's easier if you just drop the whole thing.
All right, well, at any rate, we appreciate you guys if you do decide to support the Steve Project, buying a t-shirt or doing whatever. All the sales from the t-shirts will be split between me and Ross to recoup what we've already spent. Like, we paid $100 for the turbo. We're gonna order that stuff regardless of whether or not you guys are helping pay for it.
Yeah,
So.
because it's still hilarious.
Yeah. We still want to get it done. We just would much rather work on other projects.
Even though Braden left, I still gotta put this stuff together. So We're gonna clock the turbo so the oil feed, which is this hole, and the drain, which is directly underneath it, are straight up and down with the turb, with the gravity, you know, so it'd be something like that. So we're gonna do that. Sorry for the wind noise, but loosely mocked up. This is what she looks like. All buttoned back together, reclocked, wastegate's back on it. That's an abortion, but it fit, so whatever. I am missing the C-clamp thing right here, C-clip, circlip for the wastegate, so I'll have to find something. And yeah, so we just need a gasket and some better bolts, and then she can go on for good. And then we can figure out our oil situation, and then our charge piping situation. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do yet. I think we're gonna build our own flange. I don't want to. I personally want to cut these ears off and put a silicone hose over the top, but there's some questionable things that might stop that from happening. So like this thing, and yeah, so we'll have to play it by ear and see how it goes. But yeah, that's how she'll look. She's correct. Turbo spins after putting it all back together and reclocking it, so that's always a plus. Anyway, that's kind of the plan right now. So this is cool. I found this drain. It's off a Volvo, bolts right up, and I may have to modify it or whatever, but I've got that oil drain and it's lined up and everything. It came off of this turbo, this Garrett turbo right here, that's on an old style manifold. But yeah, so I couldn't believe that worked. We'll just get a hose barb for the fitting on the top, and then we just need lines. So this is the 780. I changed the fuel pump and filter, the one under the car, and the new fuel pumps don't have these anymore, so these plugs, so you have to change them, and luckily they come with it. Oh, it's leaking. However, it's still a giant pain, and I don't know why they got rid of these, because they seem to work just fine. VX3, I'm not sure. It's just a VX cam. That's an NA hot cam. Hot cam. So here we are with the good old silver bullet. I took the this thing off. Sunroof doesn't work electronically, but manually it does with a screwdriver. Drivetrain vibration's pretty bad. Being cut springs and lowered is kind of crappy, and it's, you know, everything's pretty beat up on the inside. It's also got a welded diff, you all know that. I took the stock fan off because it was stuck on, clutch fan was broke, and I took the overheat fan that's usually mounted in front of the car, or in front. I reversed the polarity, and so it pulls air now, and it's still hooked up to this switch, which I should put in the dash inside the car. Oh, another thing I want to address. So when you boost an NA Volvo, okay, first off, if any of you Volvo kids are looking into doing this, you know, you have your NA car and you want to boost it, yes, you can find turbo parts pretty much everywhere. But here's a little word of warning for you, and this is what happened to me, and this is what I had to do. This is a 1992 Volvo 240 with the M47. So what had to happen, and the most time-consuming part of turbo or turboing your NA car is the oil pan. So you can't see it, and I'm not getting on the ground because reasons. So you have to drop the subframe, and don't listen to the internet saying you could just pick up your engine and it'll clear the subframe, or you can only drop the you only have to undo the subframe bolts. Like, halfway. Don't listen to that. You got to undo the sway bar, and you got to undo the motor mounts, and pick the engine up with an engine hoist all the way. We never got this on video, but if we did, I mean, there was a lot of swear words. It would have been Windows noise for days.
Do you ever think it was weird how British people say the name Bernard like Bernard?
Where did you find that at?
On British TV show. Oh, look at the spider on there. Good lord.
Dab torch.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Sayonara.
Oh, he's in the exhaust pipe. Alright, it's a little breezy out, so the shielding gas is probably going to not want to cooperate well, but we're going to tack the heads of these bolts in place. That way we can just tighten the nuts down without having to, you know, hold the back. We're lazy, that's what I'm trying to say. Alright, so that's pretty much how it's going to sit. I just unplugged the mic, even though it's kind of course, now the wind's going to pick up and sound windy as hell. Ross got the turbo clocked, we got the right hardware, did some bad, almost gasless MIG welding to tack the heads down, but it's whatever. Turbo will be sitting like this. We got the drain line off the Volvo, because, you know, most drain lines from turbos fit just fine.
That's your Saab.
Yep. So now we just need to get that sandwich plate and some AN line. Hopefully 10 feet's enough. But yeah, at any rate, I already ended this video, so I'm gonna cut to where that happened. Thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. Don't forget to submit your entries for car of the video to chrisforeverhelp@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat at BigB1011. We will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.